What's up, guys? Welcome back to Man Cave Collectibles. Coming at you today with another figure review. Today we've got something I'm really excited to have in hand. This is the Hollywood Hulk Hogan from the Ultimates line from Mattel. The Ultimate line kind of reminds me of what we typically see with an Ultimate line, whether it be NECA or Super 7. They take a figure and they give it some additional accessories over what you would typically find on a regular, either basic or like elite figure in a Target or Walmart, where you get the figure, you might get no accessories or you may get one or two. They just kind of take it up a notch. Now you do have an additional $10 on your price tag for these guys, but I think it's well worth it when we take a look at all the things that we get with this figure. Looking at the figure in box here, you can pretty much see everything that he comes with, which is pretty cool. Multiple heads, extra hands, some additional clothing, soft goods. So it's going to be really cool. We're going to look at all that when we get him out of package. Got our Hollywood Hulk Hogan logoing up here at the top. Ultimate Edition. The tail logo branding there in the bottom. Got an actual picture of Hollywood Hogan here on the side. On the back, we've got a little more product image up top, just showing him using some of his accessories. A little bit of a bio here. Got an actual picture there that really takes me back to my childhood when these guys were in the NWO and kind of taking over WCW. So that was just a really cool time in wrestling, and especially for me as a kid. The Monday Night Wars were fantastic as you're kind of flipping back and forth between WCW and WWF, just trying to catch a little bit of everything. Got a little more branding here on the side and back around to the front. Let's go ahead and crack this guy out of his packaging and see what we got. All right, guys, so we got Hollywood Hulk Hogan out of his packaging and onto our review table. And man, what just a phenomenal figure this is so far from what I can tell. As always, let's jump right into our accessories. So we'll start off with the head sculpt. So the first thing we get here, we get kind of a more stoic head sculpt here. Eyes looking pretty much straightforward. The eyes on mine are a little bit wonky. One kind of has a brown look and one kind of has a blue look to it. So I don't think that was probably intentional. Looks like maybe a little too much brown got in one of the eyes, but I really like the stoic face. I think they did a great job here, kind of on his 5 o'clock shadow. You can see there, that's added in. The face sculpt itself really looks phenomenal. They did a really good job with that. Has very much the likeness of Hulk Hogan. As we come around to the back, had to do a little paint to kind of bring a little more hair a little higher up onto the back of his scalp. But it doesn't look bad. It looks good. The hair is detailed real nice here. That's sculpted in. And then also you get kind of a yelling face. Everything here looks really nice. The eyes are done much better on this one, as well as the head that is actually on him out of the package. But yeah, look at the mouth. They did just a really good job on those teeth and tongue. Again, the 5 o'clock shadow done real well. Have a little bit of a little paint flaw right there above the eyebrow, but nothing too noticeable. And then the hair is pretty much the same. So that looks really nice. Like both of those head sculpts. Then obviously you can see the one that we have on. We'll take a little closer look at it. Now he's got this. Again, I can't remember what we call this, but he kind of throws it over his shoulders. This is a soft plastic. It's not a bendy wire or anything like that. You're not going to be able to mold it, to your liking. But it's made basically just to go right over his shoulders, just like that. And just looks really good. I love the look of that. If you kind of wanted to have him with that kind of entrance look, like he's coming into the ring. So it looks really cool. Now, here we get the NWO World Heavyweight Wrestling Championship belt with NWO sprayed across it. Got some nice chrome gold there on it. And then just a real soft plastic. And man, they just did a great job on this plastic of kind of giving it almost like a leathery type of look to it. I think that's very nice. We get a soft goods NWO kind of tank top or cutoff here. It does have Velcro there, so you can open that up and put it on him. And then kind of in Hulk fashion, he's got the slits always kind of in the back of his clothing. We have that same here on this soft goods cutoff. Now, he also gets the sunglasses, the shades. We'll look at those on him as well. And then two totally fist hands here. So you can see he comes with 2 open hands, kind of out of package, but he's got the fist hands if you wanted to use those. Taking a closer look at our Hollywood Hogan figure. So as you can see here, one thing we're getting ready to talk about, and we just took it off, is his bandana. So it does say Hollywood there on it. And it basically just, it's going to drop on any of the head sculpts, that he has. Just going to drop it right on top of the head like so. So you can use it, not use it, whatever you want to do. It's cool that they leave it that way. So looking at this face sculpt a little bit closer, kind of has a little bit of a smile to him there, a smirk. Eyes look really well painted here on this one. The head's pretty much the same for the most part. Here in the back, you can see here where they had to add a little hair at the top. Again, the 5 o'clock shadow done really, really well. You can see also, too, where these Ultimate figures really have great articulation. We've even got butterfly joints here for this guy, so we'll take a closer look at the articulation here in a little bit as well. Moving on down, you got his weightlifting belt here with the NWO symbol on it, and then Hollywood across the back of his pants there. Looks good. When you pull the belt down kind of to where it's supposed to go, it's going to cover that up. But that does look good on him there. Got some issue here, and I may be able to get some of that off, but looks like some of the paint maybe from the hair somehow got back here on his back. Got some real nice white and blue kind of lightning bolts coming down the sides of his thigh and running all the way down to his boots, where he actually has a portrait of himself there with the shades, with the bandana, NWO there, and then some additional blue effects here on the on the boot. But it looks really good. We do have some knee pads right here. Those are not molded in, so you can kind of move and position those how you need them based on the articulation. But yeah, just a really, really nice figure and a nice sculpt. Just super, super happy with it. Let's look at articulation real fast on this figure. So we can get the head down to there, which is not very much, back to there. So you can see very little range of motion in the up and down. Side to side, you can get plenty. A little hindered by the hair, but not too bad. We can kind of get some side to side that way, but not too much. Elbow or shoulders up to about right there. Full 360. We do have that butterfly joint in there. However, it's not a ton of range of motion. You can see there with the butterfly joint, we can get it out to there. So you are going to be able to, cross those hands over decently, but not a ton. I've seen, more articulated butterfly joints before. We do have the double jointed elbow, so you're going to get plenty of range of motion there. And then here in the hands, you've got, I would consider this very similar to like a Marvel Legends articulation. That's kind of what this is reminding me of. Got a nice ab crunch here, back, forward, plenty of spin. Also have a swivel in the waist there, no crunch in the waist. Coming on down, get out the splits there, cutting the top upper thigh. We have double jointed knees, a little hindered by the knee pad there. Got a cut right above the boot there, so that's really nice. And then toe articulation, forward and back. And then not really getting any ankle rocker here. There's a little bit of ankle rocker, not much. And then we can get forward and back on them, or you can see where it is, but mine is extremely tight. So I'll probably just wait and heat that up. I'm not going to stress it here on camera and end up breaking my figure. So I'll heat that up and we'll get that moving properly. That's our articulation on Hollywood Hulk Hogan. Let's go ahead and slip on his cutoff here. See how that looks on him. That goes on easy enough. Bring it across. Okay. There's our NWO shirt. Looks really good. So if you wanted to totally deck this guy out, let's see, we'll swap out the head. Let's go with the more stoic look. All right, we got that on, throw that on. Let's throw this over. So this is not really fitting too well with the bandana. The bandana is it's a soft plastic, but they're just not fitting well together. You can kind of, I guess, position that and force it on, but you can kind of see how it's making it makes it right up. If you put it where it's supposed to go, it makes it right up on his head, which looks kind of stupid. So we'll avoid that for now. Let's see if we can get the glasses on here. So we got his shades on him. There's not really anything to hold those shades up that I can tell. So they're kind of tough. Let's see if we take this off, maybe with the bandana on. Maybe they kind of hold the shades. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Let's see if... Yeah, I don't know. You guys can tell me, you know, about the shades. Let me know if I'm missing something on the shades, if there's something that's supposed to help hold those on. I'd be interested to know. Then we got, you know, our belt. He's got the two holding hands here, so if you wanted him to hold on to that belt, you know, you could do that with the holding hands. But yeah, it looks really, really good. And then this guy stands phenomenally. No issue standing whatsoever. So that looks really nice. I like the way that belt looks. I think that is a phenomenal entry into this figure, adding it in. Again, the only thing we really haven't swapped out at this point, if you wanted to do a hand swap, you can always pull one of the hands out. And again, as we talked before, if you just want a fully fisted hand, you just slide that back in. Those are very, very simple to do. You can see that was no problem to do even on camera. It's a little tougher sometimes to do those on camera, but Mattel has made it very easy. I really like what Mattel has done here. This is my first Ultimate figure that I've unboxed. I've got multiple Ultimate figures at this point. I've got The Rock and Triple H, and I've also got a Shawn Michaels on the way. So I'm really excited about this Ultimates line, and that's probably going to be one of my focuses. In fact, I even saw something today, I don't know if it's a rumor or if it's actually coming true, that there is like a Hulkamania version of Hulk coming, as well as maybe a Shawn Michaels and a couple other people on the way in late 2021 and 2022. So if you know anything about additional Ultimates coming out, you know, drop that in the comments. I'd love to know a little more about what's coming out and when. Let's go ahead and bring out a couple additional figures for size comparison. We'll wrap up our video. All right, guys, so here we've got some additional figures for size comparison. We've got our Andre the Giant, as well as our Macho Man from the new WrestleMania line that comes with the ring cart. And then we've got just a standard 6-inch Marvel Legend, so you guys can kind of see from a scale standpoint where he stands. I think he looks really good there with Andre. Andre definitely towering over him, as well as Macho Man. I think this looks really, really good. I'm very happy with my first Ultimates figure and looking forward to unboxing and opening the rest of them, as well as whatever else is coming in this Ultimates line. If you guys enjoyed this video, hit that like button. If you're not a subscriber, consider subscribing. Love to have you as part of the Man Cave Collectibles team. And as always, leave comments down below, guys. Love to talk with you guys. Love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions on these action figures as we review them, as well as any news you may know. If you know something about the Ultimates line and what's coming out, as I said earlier, drop it in the comments down below. I love knowing when things are coming, when to expect them, what to expect. That way I can go ahead and plan and get my pre-orders in. Hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Until next time.